right so I could sleep this day away. But yeah, I wish I never would have came back to this town. Anyways, so Christmas is almost over. Yay. Fucking hate this day. Sorry. But I never had a Christmas, so I really don't know. I tried to amp it up and be the good Christmas person and get my kids presents and do all this stuff, but none of that ever worked. So I just would always have Christmas on my own while I was working on myself. So, anyways, I just don't like Christmas. Oop, I gotta put my battery in. But I'm glad if everyone did have a good Christmas. Ew, why is that so loose? Well, I hope everyone did have a good Christmas that celebrates it. But honestly, I think they need to do something a little different with the holiday. Because, I mean, not everybody is really into this kind of stuff. And then they basically base, and there's not very many Americans that celebrate it here in the United States either. I'm not laughing at them, but I'm just saying, like, if there's not that very many people that are doing it, if your shopping ideas didn't work at the stores, um, my phone must still be cold. Then why do you still do it? But it's not up to me. Like, I'm not the one in charge of all of this. So I really am not going to be the one to feel responsible for anything that happens bad. That's the fun part of this. I'm not responsible for it. I won't be held accountable for, and I'm not going to claim responsibility for something that I'm not a part of. Merry Christmas. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know what's going on because I had a horrible life. I'm one to relate to anybody that's going through some horrible stuff because I had a lot of damage. So I know what it's like. And that's hard. I didn't have a mom ever. I was told I was this drug baby and my mom never wanted me and that's why they had to have me and she never wanted me because she wanted her own kids. So it's just horrible. So I know what you're going through. That it sucks. It's like not a good time. We need to start redoing life, is what we need to do. Put all of this bullshit behind us. Yeah, I wish I never would have came back to this town. This was my horrible mistake. That was my horrible mistake. So, oh, sorry, my eyelashes. I know. Thank you. I always felt like I did my best throughout it all. Because I know I could have turned mean. Could have turned into a really mean person. But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be like that. Plus, it almost seems like the nicer you are, the more it chases the mean ones off because they don't know how to deal with someone being nice. So they're like, "Oh God, I gotta get out of here." But not all the time does it work, especially if you're dealing with like angry, powerful people. They want you mad, they want you upset. But anyways, and then I wanted to talk about some more stuff too. Because I've been putting my Nancy Drew hat and my Nancy Drew jacket on. I know you guys know who Nancy Drew is, maybe. So, anyways, okay. So, the crimes that the news does report on, because we all know they kind of pick and choose. Well, what if, because we all know they're all lying and they're all just out for themselves, and they are the ones that cause the chaos, but it's just strictly because they don't care. Like, they didn't have any other point, so I guess they just saw the point in being causing chaos. And then it worked. So they were like the political people, basically, what I'm summing it up to, are like the honest to gosh, true evil ones. And then the political people that didn't quite make it into enough money to where they get to live up in the hills and in the big fancy houses overlooking cities and towns and countrywide. So since they didn't make it to that aspect, and like maybe they'll be in like big rich houses in but they'll be in those houses right in the midst of the city. And so I feel like they're kind of like jealous that they didn't make it up into like where the people have like a bunch of houses and they're all secluded and they're not around like the regular citizens. I feel like those ones like did stuff intentionally to sabotage around here just because they were jealous. They were jealous that they weren't up with the other important political parties and they weren't making enough money. And so I don't know. And then I also feel like these stories of like, I hope I don't get into a fight over this, but the stories that are like of the fights, like, you know, someone gets murdered because of this and someone does that, and it's all like this domestic violence. But there's so much of that going on that they don't help. So it kind of makes me skeptical that they just kind of like, let's pick a family that we're going to pretend like we helped. So that'll like, you know, fix the paper issue. So like when, you know, the top political candidates come in and they're looking over everything we did. Well, we went, you know, we picked a certain couple of families to say that we helped. Like, that's almost, I'm like to that point. I've been watching enough true crime now that I'm to that point. Plus, I was watching like the newscasting true crime, and I noticed they're always in the same tone of voice. So it's like almost like a musical note flow where they're like da 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 da, and that's the words that comes out. So, and I know you would want some stuff to be scripted just because you would be on TV. I guess anybody can have access watching, and you want it to sound professional, but I think it might be all fake setup because they just need some kind of a cover up paper. Like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like how the evil people would get away with doing their crimes. Like, duh, we already know that they have enough money to pay lawyers and stuff like that. But there's also more stuff they can do to kind of cover up the crime. So that's what I think is happening. That's what I've pretty much summed everything up to because I've been following true crime. And plus, knowing all of the criminal activity that I cried out for help that was going on against my kids and me. And there was, they just kept saying, well, here's a number you can call. Well, here's a number you can call. And then, uh, finally, when I'm at a point where I told them, I was like, I don't know what to do because you just keep giving me numbers to call another person. That they were finally like, I don't know. I just really don't know. You just probably need to, reach out and hope that family and friends can help you. Like there was literally no like for me just to blatantly outright say like these things are going on. So I knew that part was a setup too about how those people have to conform to a certain way. They have to answer questions a certain way. They have to believe a certain way in order to receive the kind of help from those people. So it's really weird. If it's really really weird. But I don't want to say, oh, does anyone want to come up here? If you have this in common, probably no. No one's gonna come up here because the real people that needed help obviously know we're all gonna have the same thing in common that we didn't get help because it didn't exist. So it really is just a dog eat dog world. And just no one really out there to help anybody. And they kind of raise you like that, though. They kind of raise you up to think, well, there's police look after you and follow all the laws. And like in school, they have you trained on the Pledge of Allegiance and supporting the country, evolution, um, all the science stuff. So it's like everywhere you go, you just kind of have to conform to how they do it. It's really weird. It's nowhere you really can go and be your true self. Is what it basically looks like to me right at this point. Is if you want to go fit in anywhere, you're gonna have to conform to what they're doing. I'd never been like that with people. I always let people be who they wanted. But there's one other thing that goes along with that. I didn't realize for a long, long time that I was being made sick. So when I realized that, that was a big turn of events in my life. Because I realized everyone around me had lied to me because they saw it. So that was a big, like, I lost a lot of trust on that one. I remember going into doctor's offices going, I don't know what's wrong. Well, they didn't know either. They had to have more information. So once I figured out what was wrong with me and I went to them and approached them, they also didn't have any real information for me either on that. So it's pretty tricky. I say best bet to keep yourself alive and to keep yourself going good is just pretty much stay away from all of it. And then my biggest one was experiencing, like, when I think back of it, because she did it just like me. It was like she was mimicking me. Oh, how do you like my coat? But then she turned around, throw it on the ground, and talk about how sick she felt and how she didn't like even being in this program. And oh, but that's where I am in that group of profit over people because I don't want those kind of people around. I don't even want them existing. Like, if those kind of people finally all died off and we started a whole new group up, I'd be okay with that. Because, like, you hurt so many things. Like, it's sad. And you do it right in the public. And they're not scared to do it, they get away with it. And they show off because they know the political party and all of our leaders are doing it too. So it's like the they're mocking the ones that are trying to be good and do good and stay away from that kind of stuff because they already know that all of our leaders and everything are all of the political people, all the people that are really rich are all participating in these kind of rituals and all these kinds of evil things. So it's just really weird. Yeah, I woke up this morning thinking about that, like how, especially around certain times, because, like, say, you want to know what's going on around in the world. So you just woke up for the day and you're going to go look at the news. Well, there's certain days on the news where if you notice, they're not reporting anything that's bad going on. And then there's certain days that they will. So it's like, I think it's timed, I think it's programmed, and I think it's manipulated. And then I think they are just here to quickly brush off when we reach out for help. Like, we're going, hey, we're down here. I'm going through a struggle. I really need help. But there's no programs for that because that was all they designed that chaos to happen. So you can't really design a help program for a problem that you caused. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. So I guess let's go see what gas stations are open. I literally just woke up. I literally just woke up. And not in a nice little comfy home, but in my car, even though I was comfortable. So we'll redo over that because I moved back to where I got divorced and now I'm who's that? What's that say? Fifi. Aw. Does that say Fifi? Fifi. Oh, hi. So yeah, I should have never came back to this town. They hate me here. They really did sabotage my jobs and everything. So I'm kind of sad. I'll keep the light on. Okay, gas stations are open. I don't know. I think Applebee's open. Well, that was nice of them. That was one of the places, like the shitty people that hurt kids and their family members. I noticed they all kind of like to congregate and eat at Applebee's. So, and not everybody that's like that eats there at Applebee's. So, that's nice that Applebee's to stay open because I'm sure they probably think there's probably some kids that don't want to grow up with people like that, like me. I never wanted to grow up like them. I saw how they got. Even the people like that were like servers or like worker people that were around those people didn't even like being around them. But what's sad is nobody comes in and rescues those people's children. So the children have to grow up in it. But most of the time the kids just end up looking like and being like them. So, but thank God I didn't. Okay, Hardee's is still open. I gotta drop off my pea cup somewhere. Rhodes is still open. Yeah, I always forget about this little bitty gas station because it doesn't hardly have no lights on it. They need more lights. And they have really good soda, but it's hard to park in there. With my tires the way they are, I'm trying to keep my tires nice. Okay, I don't know if I should get a soda or drop my pee off first. Or just drop my pee off at the gas station, garbage cans. And I kind of have to pee. Yeah, everyone nice here leaves, so don't worry. It's not uncommon for me to be driving alone like this in this town. This is a good thing. I went out. I went out of here. This is a good thing. Nobody ever wants to be here. I'm gonna circle around to this other. I don't even know if this is like still good or bad part. Ooh, god damn it. Okay, I made that yellow. Oh, Sonic didn't open up. And Jay's is closed forever until in the mornings. They don't open until mornings. And then they close early. They're done. Break time. Did Raleigh's open up? That's it. I'm just gonna turn around here. It's street. I turned it on creepy on street. I don't know if I want to go to the park to dump my pickups or not. Yeah. Shitty fucking town. We're going into dark now. It's their personalities, really. It's not that it's a shitty town. They had money, so they built themselves some really cute houses. They're just evil. I imagine they're all in there doing like evil witch spells. And then they're getting really mad because it's not affecting anybody. Can you imagine how bad you would be? You're spending all that effort. You climbed up the mountain to get the freaking toad's toenail and snail from grandmother's haunted tree. You did all that fucking work, but because somebody believes in Jesus, God, the Holy Spirit, none of your evil magic works. I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of it in reverse effects. Like, if if I was the one doing all the evil magic and then I was trying to do it on someone that loved God, I better roll my window up a little bit because there's hijackers around here. And then my magic wasn't working. Like, I'm telling you right now, I did come from that cursed town of Deer Creek, Illinois, and I was right in the middle of the curse because it happened in 84 or 86, and I was there. I was born, and they purchased me and moved me into their home in April of 77. And then something went wrong in the guy's family life, and she took his business and his house. And so he cursed every single person in that town because they didn't help him. But like bad shit really did happen in that town. So I lost a really good friend. Me and her were probably one of the sickest ones. She died. She had cystic fibrosis, which is another Munchausen by proxy disease. But we didn't know at the time. We just always wondered why we were so sick. Why did it have to be us that was sick? Why were the other kids not sick? Why did we never get to play or do anything? Why did everybody else get to? So it's kind of fucked up. It's a fucked up mentality. So if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it and they're gonna murder me to kill me because their curse isn't gonna work. Because no matter how mad I get at God and question if He's real or not, if He is real, He's in my heart because I asked Him in there. So that's on Him now. Since we don't really have proof because He's still invisible. And I'm not mocking Him either. I just thought we'd lighten things up with a little laugh. Invisible God, you know. That's funny. Okay, let's pull up in here. Like God with superpowers. It's kind of cute. I don't know if I'm actually going to get gas or not. God with superpowers. It's true. But he's like super powerful in a weird way if you think about it. Because I don't think none of us are going to win on an argument. Well, look at all the stuff even you went through as a baby. And God never picked you up and rescued you from it. So, I like to say in that argument, you did win. That does make God look false and like he doesn't exist. But I still have my sanity. So, in a way, maybe he is real. Because if you think about it, someone that's been abused for a long time, they'd go back and they'd hurt the people that hurt them. But I didn't. I don't even want to, because that would just make me just like them. So, oh well. I guess everyone's out for Christmas because the gas station's busier than I've ever seen it before. Every single spot is filled. Want to see? You see them? Every single spot's filled. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Let's just say day. Let's not even say the holiday. I want things to change. I do. I want the holidays to go away. You guys, it didn't work out. I see the effort. I see that you wanted it to make it something good, but it didn't turn out. So I think you need to just maybe stop. Maybe this new year, start thinking about plans of just making the world a better place instead of worrying about holidays and presidential days and all the days you have to have off from school, and like just stop. It didn't work. Kind of maybe take a step back. Think about how you could be more taking care of yourself. Because I guarantee you, you may step back and think, well, that's a pretty selfish thing to say. No, it's not. Because once you get yourself taken care of, you're able to do things for yourself and you don't worry about what's going on around you, and you just, and you shouldn't be. You should not be worried about what your neighbor's doing down the street. You shouldn't be worried about if everyone's okay. Those kinds of things aren't your concern. Worry about yourself. Because I guarantee you, if you're sitting there and you're the kind of person that's worried about what's going on down the street or what your neighbors are doing or what's going on at the next event, you're not doing that good yourself. Because your mind can't even rest easy on your own being, your own self. So try it. And I know there's going to be a lot of changes. I already read some articles. I already read the articles on all the changes that are going to start happening for 2024. And I'm excited about that too. I want more AI restaurants. I saw those and I thought those were really cute. So I'd like to see more of those. I think that would be pretty cool. I think it would be really cool actually. And you'd still have to have workers in there, but just not dealing with the public. That's where the public kind of took advantage of. They took advantage of customer service representatives. They tried to twist our words around to make it look like we took orders wrong so they could get free food, so they could get away with discounted items from stores that weren't discounted. So I think that if we have a bunch of AIs in handling the situation, it's going to be you get your stuff for that and you go, or you don't get your stuff at all. Go with that rule, which isn't a bad rule. Oh, know what, you guys? The birds pooped on my car window shield. They pooped on my car 5 times. It had been sprinkling raining. Yes, I have pants on. I have on my Family Dollar shorts, you guys. What is. I am not a pedophile trying to molest you guys. I'm sorry my shorts were so short, okay? No one fear me. I do not molest anyone. Here's my shorts. These are my Family Dollars. They're so comfy. They were only $5. 5 or 6 at the Family Doll. So, I'm sorry, you guys. Not what? Okay, that's a form of molestation to get on and be inappropriate like that. So I'm not a molester. Never molested. I've never been a molester or a pedophile, and I don't plan on starting. That's why I put my videos are not made for kids too, because I'm smoking. I'm not gonna set aside things that I do just because I'm going on video. Anyways, sorry about that. I just realized that. But how's the color look though? I will lift up my leg. Look, my knee even didn't get too brown. You guys. Woo-hoo. Let's do the elbow test. Ooh. I gotta do some more exfoliating. It's B-Tan. B-Tan A.F. Tan as, I'm gonna say fun. Tan as fun. Because I think that cuss words should only be used like inappropriate situations. So we're gonna say tan as fun or tan as for real. Because it really did tan me good. I should put another layer on. And the clear nails did good. My cuticles are getting a little better. I like these clear plastic design ones. Yeah, there was some bad air in a lot of the houses I was in. Can't breathe in bad air, you guys. You'll get sick. I promise you that. I hope you all listen to me. I just say it to be nice. I don't say it to try and stop any kind of money deals, you know. Because the evil people are rich. They can do what they want. I'm not scared anymore about talking about their bad stuff. They're rich enough. They have their own land, their own houses, their own stores. They don't even need to pillage around anybody else. They can just stay amongst all of their people. That's the way I feel. Like in the Disney movies. We're going to resort back to that, I know. But that is the most truth that I have ever seen in my life about what really goes on in real life. The grown ups torture the kids grow up, some of them bad, and resort to all the bad stuff, and then every once in a while, some of them turn out good. And then y'all don't know what to do because you got one that escaped out of your very midst. Well, feel good about it that I'm not there internally sabotaging you guys. Think of yourselves like that. You can live a longer, evil life without me there because I'm not sabotaging doing something bad to you. There's all kinds of pros to this. Someone got either made to wear the Christmas ugly sweater I just saw, or they like it. Me, I don't like those kinds of sweaters. They're tight, they're scratchy, they scratch my skin. So, anyways, Okay, I'm gonna go get a soda. But I guess there's places to eat, so I'll get to. Where should I pick to eat? I'm kind of addicted to Wendy's. I'm not gonna lie about this one. Okay, so let's see. I don't think this is too bad of a look for just waking up. I slept in fresh makeup. I don't drool. That's a good sign. I didn't get crusty sleep in my eyes. And I still smell like my berry body spray. That's because all the healthy food, you guys. Want to get into it? You guys want to get into it and you can be the new and just keep spreading this good stuff so it'll be like, oh yeah, only the evil part of the world's gonna go crashing down. But they're gonna recognize all of the good ones that are trying. And it's not gonna be obvious, but they're gonna be helping us and not helping the evil. Because they have their own money. Should I put pants on to go into the store and wear my lovely. I'm so lazy. I'm not doing anything. I love these Family Dollar shorts. And I'm wearing yellow and gray. I wore this yellow with black and actual attracted bees. Oh my god. Actually attracted bees. Oh. Oh my. Oh dear. Oh dearly, oh my. Let's go get a soda and some gasoline. You wanna come with me? Well, my battery's not charged up a lot. Okay, just wait here and then I'll go in and get the gas in the soda. Excuse me. I'll be back. I was sitting on my blanket earlier because I jumped from the back to the front. It was cold. Okay, you guys, just stay with me, okay? And talk. This is for you guys to make friends. A lot of amazing things have happened through people that have found each other outside of their neighborhood. Oh man. It's really cold outside. Okay, so empty cup, I pee, and then I got $10 to put in the gas tank. It's so cold. Maybe I should put pants on just to pump gas. But then the gas pump will expire and I'll have to go back in and pay. Oh God, I'm gonna hurry up and do it now. Oh dearly. Oh dearly. Dearly. Come on. Come on, Melody. Fast. This is how I pump myself up. Come on, Melody. Fast. Oh, here's my scissors. Put them back in there. I heard a noise last night and I went to go grab them and I didn't have them. And I remember they were in the front seat, but I had my ice scraper. So I was like, okay, you're killing them with your ice scraper. I'm gonna throw my pea cups away. Oh God, Lord. Okay. Oh my God, it's really cold. It's a cold Christmas. Okay, you guys, it's a cold day in December. Remember, we're gonna kind of do away with Christmas. I always felt like Christmas is about the presents. So, um, basically, I would spend a lot of money on presents. Okay, we got almost a half a tank. It's literally good. I've been putting $10 in. I've just been touching everything. I've literally been putting $10 in. And, it goes back up to half a tank, and then I let the engine run for a little bit. But I would like to be renting somewhere. I can work. Fully capable. I'm not disabled. I've just been ridiculed. I've been ridiculed here. Sabotaged by people that hated me. So it's okay. That was a dumb move. It was dumb to come back. I don't know why I thought anything would be different. Thought because I was stronger, I was ready for the fight. Because I got my health. No. You don't fight evil people. You run. You fucking run. Okay. Now, let's go look for something. Yeah, it tastes weird. I have a weird taste in my mouth. Okay, so there's Hardee's. Applebee's is going to be way too expensive. I don't have an app for Hardee's. I just have an app for I have an app for the Wendy's. I've racked up a lot of points. Oh dear goodness. Can you guys see out the window? Well, I'm not going to pay attention to the phone because I have to drive. Like some of the YouTube videos I've been watching. Some of the YouTube videos I've been watching on like there's a lot of cities with really big houses in Illinois that are like people just up and abandoned. Remember I told you back in 84 and 86 there was a group of professionals. That's what the article said. They were professionals and they came in and they cursed the town of Deer Creek because it was he he had a jewelry store, so he had a lot of money, and his wife screwed him over, and she somehow got all of the money, all of this stuff, and so he got really mad, and he hired professionals in because the town wouldn't help him, so he hired professionals in, and then because the town like had all this stuff, because I remember walking through it, and on some days I could go up to the candy store and spend some of my allowance. So they had like all these stores in that little town, and uh, I even remember going in that jewelry store, and so the town he cursed it. He hired professionals in to curse it. And I remember when something weird was going on because um, there was like a guy, he was like walking through the town and nobody knew who he was. And he walked, at first he was in a wheelchair pushing himself around town. Then he was in crutches going around town. And then he was just walking around carrying the crutch. And then he was just walking around town. And it was just, I don't remember anything else weird. I just remember that. And then I remember most of the town leaving. Most of the town that was there left. They sold their house. But I was wondering, and I didn't know about the curse until later on in my life. I just knew like something, something had happened not right because everyone moved, and then uh, I didn't know what because no one told me. And then I remember new people moving in, and then like a couple of houses we'd have to like we couldn't walk even really, we had to stay on the sidewalk. Really it was just best to go across. Oh darn, Wendy's isn't open. Shoot. Well, we have to go across the we'd have to go across to the other side to walk home from school because um it was a witch that lived there and she hates kids, and so she'd come out if you went on her yard and yell at you and scream and stuff. So but when you're a kid, you don't really think too much about it. At least I didn't. But later on, yeah, that's serious. You don't mess with people's lives like that. And people soon start to realize that you take care of your own problems. It's not anybody else's responsibility to take care of your mess. That's just how I feel. Otherwise, the help groups would really be doing what they say and helping. But obviously, they don't. I guess we'll go to Hardee's. Christmas time. I haven't even felt like listening to Christmas music this year. It just doesn't feel like Christmas anymore because no one participated. Like they set the scene up, but they didn't follow through with it. That's like that's like playing a game and you have rules and then you want to change your rules to make the game fit you. No. Sorry. So don't come up with holidays if you can't follow through on what the holidays are about. It's just me. It's just my opinion. Okay, I'm in Pear Tree parking lot. It leads into Drury Inn. A little RV gets to stay here. They say sometimes it's safe to pull up into to sleep in hotel parking lots, but I think Walmart's suffice. Do you guys hear Walmart's gonna be going designer? I'm so proud of Walmart. I'm so proud of Walmart. Like they deserve it. They're gonna be getting more high end clothes in it. Cause even their clothes that weren't expensive were so nice. They deserve it. They really tried hard. It's not like they get all this hate against them. They don't even deserve all of it. Because they didn't sit there and do anything. They tried. They went out. They fought and got products. Like it's hard. I was along with a person that owned the store. Remember I got married? And I was like in with that and I got to see what you do. And that is not easy because you can go in there and like you can get turned away for like going to, oh no, I'm on 1%. Okay, you guys, I gotta go because I'm on 1%. My phone's not gonna charge and let me do this video. I'll charge up my phone. Thanks you guys for watching me.